Yo, Deepish,
Yeah, yeah.
you may have to like cut out some of your history that showed up on your Google search.
Okay, thanks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I told you it could be like South Alabama, like weird shit. I don't. You even want to know what that was?
No worries. My lips are sealed.
Oh, I think I know what that was. Yeah, it looks like a ball. It looks like a ball site with like one pubic hair in it.
And is there anything that you want me to like revolve around when it comes to these questions, or do you want me to just ask like genuine questions that I have?
Yeah, literally anything you want. Doesn't matter like what it is.
So the first question I have is, what strategies would you recommend for building long-term wealth?
Strats for long term wealth. Actually, I'm gonna make this one like green because it's cooler.
Oh, nice. Do you want me to talk, or like do you want me to just like shut up and watch?
No, no. Feel free to say like stupid shit.
Cool.
So strategies for long term wealth. That's a good question. Let's see. So it's always going to be different for everybody, but if you were just like some average person who would just like ask me that,
Hmm.
then I would basically say that that the easiest basic strategy to build long term wealth is to just invest in VOO, which you already know what that is. But I'm gonna pretend like you don't know. So if people don't know what this guy is, VOO, what do you know about VOO so far?
I mean, I don't know if it's correct or not, but I think that it's you invest your money into VOO and they pretty much take that money and put it into different companies.
Yeah, exactly. So do you know which companies they kind of put that into? Like for example?
No, I think VOO might be like the bigger companies, but that's all I got.
So let's just say that there's like five companies. If you had to guess like what five are in here, what would your guess would be?
All right. Give me give me Apple
You got one apple.
and let's
Hey, I'm
see.
trying to draw. Hang on, I'm trying to draw an apple. It looks like a testicle, but it's okay.
It looks kind of like a strawberry to me. But hey, to everyone, to anybody own interpretation, you know?
Yeah. Anybody want to guess what this tries to look like? Feel free to comment in the question down below. Comment in the comment down below. Okay. Anyways, go ahead.
Let's try
What
Microsoft.
what else do you think is there? Yeah, that's a good one. That's also in there. SFP.
Is Oracle in there?
I don't think Oracle is. So
Okay.
let's actually see. So here's what I do whenever I want to see what the holdings are for whatever's inside VOO. What I'll do is I'll go onto the web and hopefully nothing weird pops up. Okay. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll do like VOO holdings
Mm.
like that. And then once you do that, then you can actually see what they are once you go into here. And then once you kind of go into here, then if you look all the way down at the bottom, you'll start to see like a whole list of them. So let's just see if it's here. Right. So these are the sectors that are in there,
Okay.
but these right here are like the actual holdings that are in there. So yeah, you named off like two of them. So you named off like Apple, you named off Microsoft, and then yeah. So I'd say Nvidia's been taken off a lot. So
Mm.
that one is also in there too.
Bro, mine has
Nvidia.
some Oracle, dude. Oracle.
I'm gonna have to cut all this part out. Okay, here we go. Okay, so yeah, Oracle's not and Oracle's, but good try though. And then so they have Amazon, so that's up there too. So let's do Amazon. I'll probably talk about it another day too, but hang on one second. Let me just add the fifth one here. Meta. So yeah, top five are gonna be those five right there. See that?
Yep.
Yeah. The thing to watch out or to look out for, which is pretty cool, is like you see where it says like percent of fund.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right there, you can actually see what like the percentages are and all that right there. So
Oh,
you
wow.
can see that the top, yeah, that like the top three are like Microsoft, Nvidia, and then Apple and stuff like that. So those are like the main three,
Mm.
and then they have all these other ones or whatever too. But yeah, Meta's the fifth one there.
And there's like hundreds of holdings.
Yeah, there's 500 companies, but they make like the first few companies um, like heavily weighted and stuff. Yeah, so long term strategy would be if I didn't know anything to do, I'd probably invest into this guy right here.
Okay.
And then by doing that, you can have like a mix of all these different companies and stuff. But yeah, strategy for investing. So not only would I just like invest into this guy here, but
Mhm.
the other thing that I would do too is basically like set up like automatic withdrawals or whatever. Do you know what that is or no?
Like DCAing.
Yeah, dollar cost averaging. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Yeah.
Mm.
The big thing that I did was like dollar cost averaging. So yeah, so you said DCA, right? So what yeah, so what do you know about DCA?
Uh, Pretty much you just take like a certain amount of money a month and you just throw it in at the end of each month, or you can do like at the end of each week.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, doing this is actually like a big thing too,
Mhm.
because whenever you do that, then you're basically like setting up a system where you don't have to worry about like how much you should be putting away and all that stuff. Yeah, so what I'll do is like so say for example, like if there is like 1 year where I want to invest like just say for example like 50 grand, then what I'll do is like I'll divide that by 52 and
Mhm.
then let's see what that is. Hey Google, 50,000 divided by 52.
50,000 divided by 52 is approximately 961.54.
Yeah. So what I'll set up is like I'll have my automation set up so that it withdraws like 961 bucks like every week.
Okay.
Yeah. And then but I'll come up with this number first, whatever. So
Mhm.
coming up with this number and they just want to divide that by like 52.
So,
But yeah, go
alright.
ahead.
So, like, okay, this might be a weird question, but why don't you just throw all 50K in at once and just like be like, all right, let me just let it ride.
Yeah, so that's a good question too. So they would say so yeah, so that's what they call a lump sum. So this is what they call dollar cost averaging here.
Mhm.
But a lump sum is yeah, whatever you just mentioned. So I'm gonna draw like a nice little lump here too.
Kind of looks like the
Here,
straw
actually,
man.
yeah. So you got a little lump right there. Okay. All right, yeah. So yeah, so lump sum is basically whenever you put in like that whole 50 grand into the account all at once. So when you do that, they actually say that if you do it this way, you'll actually make more. The only reason why it would benefit you not doing it this way is because if you say, for example, let me see, if you do it this way, you kind of run the risk that it's all emotional based. So whether you're doing DCA or lump sum, your biggest thing is just like emotional stuff. So whenever you do it this way, you don't really care about whatever happens in the market.
Mhm.
So this is no emotion. I'm gonna say no emo, and then this kid right here is gonna have like an emo haircut.
Nice.
And then but this one here is gonna be emotional.
Okay.
Let's draw a little heart over here. Oops. So yeah, so this side here, what?
It looks like a fortune cookie.
Here, wait, hang on. Yeah, that's like a little fortune. Here's a little fortune right there. So there, yeah. It looks like a ball. It looks like a ball side with like one pubic hair in it. Okay. So with lump sum, it's emotional because if you put in that whole 50 grand into one time in the graph,
Mhm.
so say for example, like this is your graph like right here. Let's just say it goes up. So this is like your stock chart right there, right? This guy right here.
Yep.
Then say for example, like you put your 50 grand like right on the like a peak like right here.
Okay.
So when you put your 50 grand right there, you run the risk of it just like falling down all the way down.
Mhm.
And then the part that gets emotional is basically right there because you kind of think to yourself at this point right here where it's just like, oh, I just put in like 50 grand and then I lost the whole thing. If you're investing long term, it doesn't really matter because like your whole like 50 grand, you're gonna like go up like down the road and all that.
Interesting.
But Yeah, but then whenever you're doing DCA or this guy here, the dollar cost averaging,
Mm.
then your chart's going to be more like it's going to be like more of an average. So let's just say, and then so it's going to be more of an average where you invest like that $900 here, the $900 here, the $900 here, the 900. I'm put it right so you can see it. So 900 here, 900 here, 900 here, 900 here, 900 here, 900 here. And then so because you do it this way, you don't run the risk of being emotional about that. You just know that whether the market's going to go up or down, that you're just going to go like whatever the average is, which is like right around here.
Mm-hmm.
So then this is where you don't have to like worry about like, oh, did I invest at the right time, blah blah blah. So with DCA is easier in my opinion because you don't have to worry about what the market's like doing,
Mm-hmm.
and then you don't have to worry about what the market is doing, and then you don't get that emotional like rush or whatever, like a crack addict.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna draw like a crack addict now. What the hell would it look like?
It was all
Okay, draw a little blunt there.
there it is. The lump sum guy.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that's the differences between dollar cost and lump sum. So going back to the topic, also I think we're just gonna do like one video instead and then see how that goes because it's like a good like question or whatever. So yeah, so we'll just stick with one question per video. So going back to what was your question? So long-term wealth, that best way to do it in my opinion, know what you're gonna invest throughout the whole year.
Mm.
Divide that by 52, and then just set it so that it's doing like that amount like every single week. That amount that you have right here. If you don't know what to invest in terms of stocks and stuff, put all that 961 into this guy here.
Yeah.
Because once you do that, then you get a split of whatever all these companies make throughout time and stuff, which they're all good. So if people don't know what the chart for VOO looks like, I'll show you. Let's just see. Go there. So yeah, this is what VOO looks like right there.
Oh, nice.
So so it's like a win-win. So you just invest that 961 here, 961 there, and then 961 there, here, and then it's gonna just continue to grow.
So like, why doesn't everyone do that?
It's a good question. What do you think that they do right now?
Well, I think people are just afraid to put in the stock market. That's what I think.
Yeah. So so I think a lot of people don't know about what this guy is. So I think when people think stocks, they just think like, oh, I should invest in like the next big thing, like a random company that has no long-term history and all that stuff. So I think that because they don't know what this guy is, that's why they kind of are just kind of scared to like put their money into the stock market and all that. Because this didn't really exist like way back, so this is still kind of like more on the newer side. But everybody thinks that you should just be investing in this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, that guy. They just think that, say for example, like Peloton, like they had their own stock before too, and then they thought that that Peloton was going to be like a really big stock like way down the road, but then it just like crashed or whatever, or didn't crash. But I don't think it's doing that well. Let's just see it.
Yo, Deepish.
Yeah.
You may have to like cut out some of your history that showed up on your Google search.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I told you it could be like South Alabama, like weird shit. I don't. You even want to know what that was?
No worries. My lips are sealed.
Thanks. Oh, I think I know what that was. That's why we're doing this together first. Like because I knew like some shit was gonna happen, so it's all good. Okay,
That's good.
it's all good.
This is fun.
It is what it is. All right, cool. So yeah, Peloton is right there. It's all good.
And then so Peloton didn't do too good.
Yeah, so Peloton did really bad for that part. So they did really bad. But yeah, that's what people kind of think. Like they think that they should invest into like Peloton or whatever because they think that that's gonna be like really good, like long-term stuff and all that. And then, but yeah, they don't know that they could just invest into an ETF like this guy here. So that's kind of like where they're kind of scared to invest into the market. I think the other reason why people just don't invest into the market is because they don't really care about retirement itself. They don't really know like why they should invest and try to retire or hit like financial freedom like earlier and stuff.
Mhm.
So I'll save it for next time, but there's gonna be another video about the 4% rule. So we're gonna so I'll be like talk about that and all that too. But a lot of people don't know that they're scared or they don't care about investing because they don't see the value in it, or they do see the value in it, but they're just not really informed enough. They don't know that if you invest like really hardcore at an early age, that you can basically retire sooner, and then you don't have to wait till like 65 to go hit up a beach and all that stuff. Like if you invest really hardcore at an early age, then you let compounding like take care of like all the work, and then before you know it, you hit this big number here versus 915, blah blah blah. And then you just apply the 4% rule to that 915,000 or whatever, and then you can just like withdraw 4% every single year from that amount, and then you can just do whatever you want. You don't have to go to work and all that stuff. So that part people are not really aware of. They don't know that you can retire early and stuff. I kind of think that they just think that they have to work until they're 65.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think that's why a lot of people are just not investing aggressively enough. If they are investing, they're just investing like a really small amount, or whenever they do hit like 65 and then retire there. But they're not investing like aggressively, which is like which a lot of people, which it is hard to do because you have to put in like a lot whenever you're trying to invest aggressively and stuff.
It pays off then, right?
Yeah, exactly. But it's like the earlier you invest a lot, the more long-term potential you have.
Okay.
Versus if you wait till later, if you try to wait till later, then your compounding gains are not going to be like that large. So even like way down here, you can see like it goes from year 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 6 to 7, and all that. The compounding, that blue line there starts to like work all by itself, and then that white line is you just putting in the same amount of cash like every year. So basically, they just don't know how compounding works. The majority of people don't like know how compounding works.
Wow.
So they don't. And I didn't either. Like I didn't either until like 3-4 years ago and stuff. So the vast majority of people don't know like the power of that. But it's like if you do learn the power of how that is, then it's like really beneficial to you, because then you just like stop working and then go to the beach, go smoke shit, like just like the crackhead guy. Where'd he go?
Where is he? There he is.
He's right here.
Let's go.
He needs the beach though.
Yeah, you gotta give him some like water and sand.
See, so this guy right here, like he might be a crackhead, but he's on the beach smoking with palm trees. See? Retired.
That's wild.
Yeah. So I'll probably have to make like a more detailed video about that one too, though. Yeah. So that's a really good like fun question or whatever. But yeah. Let's end the call. I'm gonna run out of time soon. So that's 40 minutes left. All right, cool. All right. So that was cool. All right, cool. See you later. Thanks.
What did you?
Peace.